evidence at this point that this great levels of aggression lead to a significant increase in violent crime, especially since most violent crimes, such as rape, murder, and robbery, are premeditated. The Surgeon General report you referenced was from 2001, literally over 80 years old. According to the United States Office of Justice report published in December, the juvenile violent crime index arrest rate reached an historic low in 2010, and is 5% since 1994. If each of these arrests involves a different juvenile, which is unlikely, no more than one in 445 persons aged 10 to 17 for a violent crime index offense in 2010, or less than 1/4 of 1% of all juveniles ages 10 to 17 living in the U.S. Your reference to Dr. Anderson's argument is invalid. Despite the sales of violent games going up, violent crime is still going down among youths. Furthermore, in a New York Times article I mentioned earlier, Dr. Anderson himself, the person who plays violent games, needs to have other risk factors in order to become a violent criminal. And in the same report you noted, media violence is not the most important of factors, a point which you yourself concede. A person without any history of mental illness, a person who has a stable family life, if this person were to play violent video games, what would happen? Would they have somewhat higher levels of aggression after playing a game? Well, most likely. Would they turn into a sociopath or psychopathic murderer and shoot up a school? No, it doesn't work like that. So, you asked, why would media mention that the shooters Columbine, Aurora, and Sandy Hook all played violent games? Because video games are a scapegoat, like slaying a band-aid on a severed limb and hoping it reattaches itself. Rather than tackling the complicated issues of gun violence and mental health in America, the media can take the easy way out and divert our attention from the real problems at hand. The National Institute of Mental Health, or the NIMH, gave the following statistics. As of 2008, around 5% of adults in the U.S. suffer from a serious mental illness, which is defined as mental, behavioral, or emotional disorder resulting in serious functional impairment, which essentially interferes with or limits one or more major life activities. In 2008, about 130 million adults lived in the U.S., and that's 11,499,500 adults living with serious mental illness. NIMH also reports the prevalence of serious mental illness is highest among young adults between ages of 18 and 25, but only 40% of those people receive any kind of treatment. Less than half of people 18 to 25 suffering from depression receive any treatment. Only 37% of youth ages 8 to 15 receive any treatment for depression. Furthermore, 35% of federal prisoners have mental illness, again, linked to mental illness crime. Bans cost money to enforce. The federal or state governments could use that money to combat mental illness, providing more and better diagnosis, treatment, and public awareness. Rather than a ban on video games, the government could place restrictions on access to guns, especially semi-automatic weapons, making psych evaluations, better criminal background checks, and state classes for all potential gun owners. What causes mass shooters like Adam Lanza to snap? We never know. This is a violent opportunity and complex. Before we can combat violent crime, the government of the United States needs to turn attention to the very real and present danger of mental health and gun law in this country. A ban on video games would be costly, ineffective, difficult to enforce, and it would fail to stop any violent crime.